Hello everyone, my name is Binsah Lumban Gaol. My NPM is 2201030016, and in this video I will explain the American parliamentary debate. Okay, in my video there is the two topic, that is the topic 1, definition and structure of American parliamentary debate, and the topic 2 is how to play the American parliamentary debate. Okay, before we start to explain about how to play the debate and what is the definition of American parliamentary debate, we must know what is the definition of English debate and what is the function of English debate. The definition of English debate is: English debate is a formal discussion or argumentative competition in which participants present and defend their viewpoints on a specific topic of opposition using structure, rules, and formats. According to International Debate Education Association or IDEA, English debate is an intellectual competition in which participants engage in an organized discussion using logical argumentation, persuasive communication, and research to support their viewpoints. Next to the function of English debate. The function of English debate include three. There is 1. Enforce critical thinking. Debaters must analyze information, formulate argument, and counter opposing viewpoints. The next function is in changing communication skills. Debate harness various communication skills, including public speaking, articulation, persuasion, and the ability to convey complex ideas clearly and concisely. The last function is conflict resolution. Debaters are often required to propose solutions to problems or conflicts. Jadi fungsi dari English debate ini ada tiga, yaitu encourage critical thinking atau meningkatkan kemampuan berpikir, dan yang kedua is engaging communication skills, meningkatkan skill komunikasi kita, dan yang terakhir is conflict resolution, menghasilkan resolusi dari sebuah konflik yang akan didebatkan. There is many types in English debate, include British parliamentary debate, Australian parliamentary debate, American parliamentary debate, and etc. But in my video, I will explain the American parliamentary debate. What is the difference about the American parliamentary debate between British parliamentary debate and Australian parliamentary debate? Okay, I will explain. In the Australian and British parliamentary debate, the scoring is based on the strength of the arguments. Sedangkan di American debate, the scoring is based on the clarity and evidence of the arguments. Jadi perbedaannya di sini teman-teman terdapat pada scoring pada debat masing-masing. Di debat Australia dan British, scoringnya itu terdapat pada kekuatan argumen, sementara scoring di American parliamentary debate terdapat pada kejelasan dan bukti argumen. Okay, now we will explain about the definition of American debate and the structure of American debate. The definition of American debate is: American debate is a style of competitive debate commonly practiced in the United States. It is a structured and formalized form of debate that combines elements of traditional parliamentary debate and British parliamentary debate. Jadi American debate ini biasanya dilakukan di United States. Jadi American debate ini adalah kombinasi elemen dari traditional parliamentary debate dan British parliamentary debate. We go to the structure of American debate. The structure of American debate includes 6. The first is moderator, the second is teams, the third is timekeeper, the next is judging, and the audience, and the crossfire. Now I will explain the structure. The The first is a moderator. The role of a moderator is crucial in maintaining order and ensuring that all participants have an opportunity to express their views within the specific time frame. The second is teams. In most debate, there are opposing teams and negative teams. The affirmative team or opposing teams is support the motion, while the negative team opposes it. The next structure is a timekeeper. Debaters often follow a structured format with a specific time limit for each session. The next is a judge. Debaters are often judged by impartial individuals who assess the quality of arguments, evidence, and overall persuasiveness. They decide which team sides wins the debate. The next is audience. In some cases, debaters are open to the public, and the audience may have the opportunity to ask questions or vote on the winning team. And the last structure is a crossfire. Participants may engage in cross-examination, asking each other questions to clarify positions. Okay, I will explain how to play the parliamentary debate. The first step is introduction, team and speaker introduction. Jadi di sini adalah waktu untuk setiap tim untuk mengenalkan diri. Jadi tim afirmatif contohnya memperkenalkan diri masing-masing. Contohnya, I am Daniel and I am from affirmative team and I am as speaker 1. Jadi dilanjut dengan speaker 2, contohnya I am Daniel and I am as negative team and I am as speaker 1. The next is announcing the motion. Jadi di sini adalah pemberian mosi oleh moderator. Di sini moderator memberikan mosi yang akan didebatkan oleh kedua tim. Contohnya, mosi yang diberikan moderator yaitu apakah penting membawa handphone ke sekolah untuk mahasiswa? The second step is preparation time. Both teams are given a limited amount of preparation time, usually 15 until 20 minutes, to research the topic and prepare their arguments. During this time, team may collaborate and strategize. Jadi di sini adalah preparation time atau persiapan. Setiap tim diberikan waktu yaitu 15-20 menit untuk mencari argumen mereka. Jadi di sini tim diminta untuk berkolaborasi dan menyusun strategi. The next step is main speeches. Jadi di sini adalah tugas masing-masing speaker pada masing-masing tim. Jadi di sini saya akan menerapkan tugas masing-masing speaker, yaitu speaker 1 terlebih dahulu. Speaker 1 affirmative present the opening arguments in favor of the motion. The speech typically lasts 7 until 8 minutes. Jadi tugas speaker 1 di sini teman-teman yaitu memberikan argumen pembuka dari mosi yang akan diberikan. Namun pidatonya hanya berkisar 7-8 menit. Jadi speaker 1 ini akan memberikan argumen pembuka, apa itu definisi dari motion tersebut dan bagaimana pendapatnya tentang mosi tersebut. The next is speaker 1 negative. Response to the affirmative team arguments and presents their counter arguments against the motion. This speech also typically lasts 7 until 8 minutes. Jadi sama teman-teman, waktu yang diberikan pada speaker 1 negatif yaitu 7-8 menit. Namun tugas speaker pertama dari tim negatif yaitu merespon affirmative team arguments and memberikan counter argument atau memberikan sanggahan terhadap argumen dari tim afirmatif dan memberikan argumennya atau apa yang dipikirkannya tentang mosi tersebut. And speaker 2 affirmative team continues to build the affirmative case and raise any points raised by the opposition in the previous speech and introduce new arguments. The speech typically lasts 7 until 8 minutes. Jadi tugas speaker 2 dari tim afirmatif yaitu melanjutkan membangun mosi atau argumen dari speaker 1 afirmatif. Jadi di sini speaker 2 yaitu memberikan argumen baru dan melanjutkan membangun argumen dari speaker 1 negatif. And speaker 2 negative is continues to present opposition arguments, rebut affirmative arguments, and may introduce new points. The speech also typically lasts until 7 until 8 minutes. Jadi tugas speaker 2 negatif sama dengan speaker 2 afirmatif yaitu melanjutkan membangun argumen dari speaker 1 negatif dan memberikan argumen baru tentang apa yang dipikirkannya tentang mosi tersebut. Oke, saya akan melanjutkan menjelaskan tentang how to play the American debate. But before that, there is a time it is crossfire. Jadi apa sih itu crossfire dan apa bedanya dengan POI di British Parliamentary debate? Okay, for your information, crossfire is giving each other question and answering, which lasts 5 until 7 minutes. Usually, crossfire is done after finishing a speech. Sedangkan POI is usually done when the speaker who is debating the premission and is done in the middle of the speech. Jadi crossfire ini adalah sesi bertanya dari setiap tim. Namun bedanya di POI yaitu saat speaker sedang melanjutkan pidatonya dan memberikan izin kepada speaker yang ingin POI. Jadi crossfire itu dilakukan saat pidato dari speaker yang sedang berbicara tersebut selesai. The last step is a rebuttal speech atau tugas masing-masing speaker ketiga dari setiap tim. The third speaker on the affirmative side delivers a rebuttal speech summarizing the affirmative case, addressing opposition arguments, and providing closing remarks. The speech typically lasts until 5 minutes. Jadi tugas speaker ketiga dari tim afirmatif yaitu memberikan rebuttal speech atau pidato sanggahan tentang mosi yang didebatkan dan sekaligus memberikan konklusi dan kata-kata penutup dari timnya. And the third speaker on the negative side delivers a rebuttal speech summarizing the opposition's case, addressing affirmative arguments, and providing closing remarks. This speech typically lasts 4 until 5 minutes. Jadi tugas ketiga speaker negatif yaitu sama dengan tugas ketiga speaker afirmatif yaitu memberikan pidato sanggahan dan memberikan konklusi dari timnya sekaligus memberikan kata-kata penutup. Jadi waktu yang diberikan dari speaker ketiga yaitu 4-5 menit. Okay, I will explain the scoring in the American debate. The first is argumentation. The score is 1 until 14. The second is evidence and reasons. The scoring is 1 until 14. And ethics in speech. The score is 1 until 30. Jadi semua skor yaitu 110, dari argumentasi skornya itu 1 sampai 40, evidence and reason, kejelasan dan bukti yaitu 1 sampai 40, dan kesopanan dalam berpidato atau berbicara yaitu skornya 1 sampai 30. Jadi bisa dijumlahkan skornya semua yaitu 110. Okay, in this video I make the conclusion about American debate. American parliamentary debate is a structured and formalized style of competitive debate that plays a significant role in fostering critical thinking, effective communication, and intellectual engagement. It involves 2 teams, each with 3 members, engaging in a dynamic exchange of arguments on a given topic.
where we are now, it's a lot different than where we were in 2016. And Donald Trump's a lot different guy than he was in 2016.
I can tell you that I think he was the right president at the right time. I don't think he's the right president now.
We've become a party of losers at the end of the day. It is a cancer in the Republican establishment.
Bibi, finish the job once and for all with these butchers, Hamas.
I would tell him to smoke those terrorists on his southern border, and then I'll tell him as President of the United States, I'll be smoking the terrorists on our southern border.
The last thing we need to do is to tell Israel what to do. The only thing we should be doing is supporting them and eliminating Hamas.
Ukraine is not a paragon of democracy.
Putin and President Xi are salivating at the thought that someone like that could become president.
Her own daughter was actually using the app for a long time, so you might want to take care of your family first.
Leave my daughter out of your voice.
Your adult daughter.
As much as I'm pro-life, I don't judge anyone for being pro-choice, and I don't want them to judge me for being pro-life.
Welcome to the first debate of the 2024 presidential campaign.
We need to send Joe Biden back to his basement and reverse American decline.
Joe Biden has weakened this country at home and abroad. Now is not the time for on-the-job training. We don't need to bring in a rookie. We don't need to bring in people without experience.
I'm the only person on the stage who isn't bought and paid for, so I can say this. The climate change agenda is a hoax. The climate change agenda is a hoax.
I've had enough already tonight of a guy who sounds like ChatGPT standing up here and...
Let's find consensus.
To be honest with you, Nikki, you're my friend, but consensus is the opposite of leadership.
If former President Trump is convicted in a court of law, would you still support him as your party's choice? Please raise your hand if you would.